Do you remember Trump back in his days talking against the Federal Reserve?
I think the Fed is far too stringent and they're making a mistake and it's not right.
Yes, this has to do something with the global economy. What's up, guys? This is Amit, and today I'm going to talk about how keeping the interest rates higher for longer by Fed will have spillover effects on the globe and will ultimately cause a recession in the economy. If I talk about the current conditions of the US economy, then everyone knows that the interest rates are high and inflation is sticky. In the recent Fed conference, the poll said
total PCE prices rose 2.7% over the 12 months ending in April. Excluding the volatile food and energy categories, core PCE prices rose 2.8%. The Consumer Price Index, which came out this morning and tends to run higher than the PCE price index, rose 3.3% over the 12 months ending in May.
so inflation is around 3.3 to 3.4%, which is about the 2% target. A lot of the major economies have reached this target. Some did not even reach that, but anyways, they started to cut the interest rates. Yeah. Why US is behind in this matter? According to some experts, the inflation is primarily due to the housing market. Yeah.
The rents are high despite higher interest rates, which eventually cause more mortgage defaults, introducing more housing inventory due to foreclosures, which eventually creates supply to meet the higher demand, but it's not happening. Despite rising foreclosures, the supply is not enough to meet the current demand. Why? Because of those people who luckily got a mortgages locked in the low interest rate era like in 2020 or 2021, they are reluctant to sell and get a new mortgage due to higher rates.
Other considerable reasons of the inflation are the energy costs and maybe the addition of the $6 trillion in the market cap of the S&P 500 since the start of the year due to the AI frenzy. Yeah, it shows that the US economy is still stronger. I think it is due to the investors speculating that the cost of money will be covered by the potential gains in the US stocks, considering it as a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, which is actually making the stock market to get to the all-time highs, new all-time highs recently. Yeah, people have more disposable income to spend, which is, I think, making the inflation sticker right now. But it's part of just my assumption. Maybe I'm wrong, and this thing is not reflected in the Fed state of inflation. Yeah. Now we have an idea of the ongoing inflation, but what about the interest rates? Will they stay higher or get lower? One the current sentiment, according to our Fed, is that they will stay higher for the rest of the 2024, probably with only one rate cut at the end of the year. But some experts didn't even consider that a cut is coming in the 2024. Yeah. If this happens, then there will be an economic slowdown, which is actually right now, and it may turn into a recession. Yeah. How? US now does not afford to keep the rates high. Yeah. Earlier talking about the cooling down of inflation in other major economies like the EU area. Yeah, there's a gap right now between the US and the rest of the world in terms of inflation. Keeping the interest rates higher than other major economies, which in turn causes the dollar to stay stronger against the currencies of those other major economies. High interest rates against the other currencies of those economies, these attract the foreign investors which cause that inflow of that investment, which ultimately strengthens the dollar, which may seem to be good for the US, but it's actually not. Exports of the US will become unattractive in the local currencies, yeah, and the main thing here is that that dollar-dominated debt on the rest of the world become order to the service. Yeah, I think this is how the US taxes the rest of the world. But anyways, keeping the interest rates higher will cause an imbalance in the debt and the trade cycles normally. Yeah, but there's another viewpoint. Keeping interest rates high for long term can even push the inflation higher. Doesn't higher rates cause to make inflation cool down? Yes, they are, but with some limitations. And this is kind of one of them, and this is kind of happening right now.
This happens when consumers and businesses lose hope in the fact that they will cut rates soon. So businesses start to take debt again after a pause to hire people, make growth investments.
Also, high rates are a war between lowering inflation with more house inventory to stabilize the prices. As I said before, a lot of homeowners are not selling despite high attractive prices because they need to take another mortgage at a higher rate to buy again. If they want to realize the gains in the same area or location, which is causing this housing shortage, unless the supply gets better, which is, I think, another problem in the US. Yeah. If all of this keeps going on, then the economy will fall into a recession due to the higher rates for a long term. To see the analysis from a paper which I got my hands on indirectly,
clearly see in the past 16 sharp rate hikes across the world in the history, there's a recession at the end. So if we say rates stay high for too long, then there will be a recession. That's right.
It's a whiteboard argument. Yeah. But why I was talking about Donald Trump, that has to do with something with the global economy. Look, I was listening to a Bloomberg podcast recently, which kind of relates to this thing, in which the expert said that the other presidents in the history valued the independence of the Federal Reserve. They did not mingle in the their decisions, yeah. But Trump was the only president who passed the Fed publicly. And he's not kind of fan of the higher rates.
It's a correction that I think is caused by the Federal Reserve with interest rates. The dollar has become very strong, which, frankly, people can debate whether or not they like a strong dollar or not. The dollar's very strong, very powerful, and that causes a little difficulty with doing business. Frankly, strong dollar doesn't necessarily mean all good, but we do have a very strong dollar. And we have interest rates going up at a clip that's much faster than certainly a lot of people, including myself, would have anticipated.
Until November, if the economy is in a slowdown mode, not turn into a recession, and Trump gets elected, then he may be able to turn the table. Yeah, because he got the cards.
And I think I know about it better than they do.
Supporting anyone here, but I'm just providing an opinion which is kind of regional, I think, but it's actually possible, really.